Alright, so let's imagine I see it. It's last minute. We're starting to turn the ship, but it's obviously not going to be enough. And we're about to see the collision in just a moment. There it is. Alright, welcome back to another episode of Recreating the Disasters, and today we're focusing on the Victoria Luise. So yeah guys, let's get into the video. Alright, so here it is. As you can see, it's a relatively new ship to the game because it's got all of these details, it's got interior, and it looks really cool. And I also have a video sort of showcasing that update, so if you want to check that out, that'll be in the top right corner. But anyways, Jlkillen, do you want to give us a rundown of the ship's history?
Yeah, so the Victoria Luise was a German passenger ship, a part of the Hamburg America line. She is credited with having been the first purpose-built cruise ship. She was launched on June 29, 1900. With cruises targeted towards wealthy passengers, the Victoria Luise was designed to look similar to a private yacht instead of a commercial liner. She would measure 407.5 feet long and 52.2 feet wide. She was painted all white and featured 2 masts and 2 slim funnels on her amidship. She was also designed with the rounded stern and a richly decorated clipper bow with a bowsprit ending in a figurehead of the German princess. The Victoria Luise left on her maiden voyage on January 5th, 1901 from Hamburg, stopping at Boulogne, Plymouth, and finally arriving in New York on January 17th. Afterwards, she would depart New York on January 26th to the West Indies for her first ever cruise. On March 9th, she would head to the Mediterranean and the Black Sea for her second cruise. Other cruises would take her to the Baltic. She would be used almost exclusively for cruising because she had a limited cargo and mail capacity. On 6 occasions, she would be diverted from cruising to make complete transatlantic crossings. After almost 5 years since her debut, her career would come to an end while on a West Indian cruise. On the night of December 16, 1906, the ship tried to enter the harbor of Kingston in Jamaica. But later, her commander, Captain Brunswick, decided to anchor at Port Royal after mistaking the lighthouse at Plum Point for that at the westernmost point of Port Royal, which should bring us up to where we are now.
Now, the Victoria Luise had a lot of amazing interiors, and you can find some photos of those online and also in the game. So, instead of photos, we actually can explore some of the interiors. So, here looks to be a dining room or maybe a lounge. And then forward of that, we've got another amazing room. Now, while we're sailing here, Jlkillen, where was the ship actually going?
Yeah, so she would be heading north at around 14 knots, which is where the disaster will soon occur.
Alright, so the sun is now beginning to set, and as Jlkillen mentioned, something bad is going to happen. Uh-oh, we're starting to approach some land. So, Jlkillen, what was that all about?
Yeah, so while she was heading north, the ship actually hit and climbed onto the rock's bow first at around 9:30 p.m.
Alright, so let's go ahead and let's recreate it. So as you can see, we're steaming towards some land, and this is going to get pretty destructive. Alright, so let's imagine I see it. It's last minute. We're starting to turn the ship, but it's obviously not going to be enough, and we're about to see the collision in just a moment. There it is. The ship is run aground. It's doing more than that. Oh. It just stopped. I mean, the ship really ran aground. It was like not partially run aground. The ship was properly up on the land. Anyways, Jlkillen, now we've got a ship on land. What did they try to do?
Yeah, so in an attempt to dislodge the ship, the engines were ordered to full astern, but this was unsuccessful and she remained stuck. Although all of the passengers were rescued without loss during the following morning, Captain Brunswick retreated to his cabin and committed suicide by a gunshot to the head. The German Admiralty Court found the captain negligent in May of the following year.
So yeah, unfortunately, the captain was the only fatality as a result of this event. And now the ship is just stuck here, so what would they do next? Oh my gosh. Well,
what happened?
So, the ship just rolled on the land. It was just sitting upright, and now it's on its side. So anyways, Jlkillen, what happened with the salvage?
Yeah, so salvage operations commenced almost immediately after the grounding. The German cruiser Bremen and the French training ship Duguay-Trouin came to assist the stranded ship. Within days, the continuous waves and a storm had pushed the ship broadside of the shore with a sharp list to port. Inspection revealed significant structural damage to her frame and keel plating. Her engines had been displaced during the impact, and her port side was filled with 16 feet of water. She would be declared a total loss on December 19th, and she would sink in a seaquake in 1907.
So yeah, that would be the end of the Victoria Luise, and as you can see, the recreation didn't go as well as I hoped it would, but we still got there most of the way, So if you guys have enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and a comment, and I'll see y'all next time, guys. Goodbye.